Hi everyone, I'm James Yodice, high school sports editor at the Albuquerque Journal, joined again by Ken Sickenger. We're into week 9 of the high school football season. Last 3 weeks, the state playoff brackets and the big schools will be out 2 weeks from Saturday. It goes by so fast. You know this.
Kind of amazing.
Yeah. So let's jump right into it this week. Each of the 3 districts in Class 6A has a key game this week. Let's start with District 1, number 1 ranked Cleveland, undefeated, playing number 5 Volcano Vista. You watched Cleveland last week. Their sophomore quarterback, Jeff Davison, threw 6 touchdown passes. That was a new wrinkle we hadn't seen from this team. Talk about his performance.
It was incredible. I mean, I really thought up until that point they hadn't been forced to pass, and I wasn't quite sure how well they could do it. Well, I'm convinced now. That was very impressive. It's going to be hard to stop Cleveland, period.
Yeah, adding this new wrinkle is certainly going to give defensive coordinators a headache going forward and into the playoffs. In District 2, El Dorado has a key road game coming off last week. Now they go into Clovis, where Charlie Dotson, the Eagles coach, told me they haven't won since 1990. I don't know how many games that encompasses, but this is a game they have to have.
Yeah, I think so. And Clovis is coming off a tough loss as well, so you have to feel like they really want this one.
Yeah.
So that's a tough game for both teams.
You know, and we should say for El Dorado, which lost to La Cueva last week, if they want to get a top 4 seed and a first round bye, they've got to have every game now going forward. That includes Clovis this week, that includes Manzano next week, that includes Sandia the last week. So this becomes very much a must-win for El Dorado.
Absolutely it does, and especially with the backup quarterback. We'll see how they do out there.
Right. In District 3, we've got the top 2 teams in that district, Centennial and Hobbs, playing in Hobbs on Friday night. Centennial 4-0 in district, Hobbs is 3-0. Both of us have picked Hobbs in this game. I like Centennial. It's a good team. I am not sold on them.
Yeah, they seem to do just enough to win, and they haven't necessarily scored a whole lot of points lately, but they're going to have to if they think they're going to win at Hobbs.
Yeah, Hobbs figures to put up some points in this game, so Centennial's offense is going to have to be humming pretty good. We've got some key games in Class 5A as well. Number 1 ranked team there, Roswell, playing at Bulldog Bowl to play Artesia, who's ranked number 3. I've picked Artesia in this game. I feel like they're going to get Roswell at home. I feel like they've got some momentum. Roswell's had such a great run of victories over the last month to 5 weeks.
That's absolutely true. But Artesia and the Roswell schools, you can throw out the records with those teams because they get after each other, and the game being in Artesia certainly gives the Bulldogs more than a fighting chance.
Yeah. And we should mention too, District 5A begins play this week. We've got 2 games. We've got Valley at Belen. We've got Valencia at Los Lunas. 4 teams that all are on track to make the playoffs in a 12-team playoff field. So this district's going to have 3 weeks of interesting action.
Yeah, these games this week will definitely say a lot about seeding.
Yeah, Valley in particular, that'll be an interesting matchup as they go after Diego Casillas, the great Belen running back. Belen usually plays pretty well at home. I'm very interested to see how that pans out for them. So we've got some tremendous games upcoming in that district. The last game I wanted to mention is on Saturday afternoon. The number 1 ranked team in 4A, which is Taos, which is undefeated. They come into Milne Stadium on Saturday at noon to play St. Pius, who's ranked number 5. I've picked St. Pius in this game. You're taking Taos.
Yeah, I think the Taos' speed and running game has been enough to convince me thus far, but St. Pius has played much better lately, so yeah, that's an interesting matchup.
Yeah, it's a very interesting matchup. And of course, that's all we're going to have pretty much from here on out are interesting district matchups. This is a fun time of year as we start to seriously think about what teams are going to get first-round byes, what teams are going to sneak into the fields in the bottom. So this is the time of year you and I are start scribbling out our playoff brackets.
That's exactly right, and we've got some fun ones from here on out. I think it'll be an interesting last 3 weeks.
Yeah. Anyway, we hope you enjoy week 9. We'll be back next week. You can see our picks at abqjournal.com. You can pick up a copy of today's, this is Thursday, Albuquerque Journal to get our picks. Enjoy the football. We'll see you next week.